Shalom. I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakatash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone, who taught us this truth. Shalom to you brothers who's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Brother Arya from GMS Guyana. I just hear the quick lesson. The name of this lesson is going to be, Who are the Israelites today? And where are the Israelites today? Now, this is the book of Deuteronomy. Going into Deuteronomy 28. We're going to bounce strong a little in Deuteronomy 28, some of the curses, some of the blessings. First of all, Deuteronomy, the book of Deuteronomy was written by Moses, the lawgiver. And Deuteronomy basically means the second book of the law. Right? So you're going to go into it. This is, it says, Deuteronomy 1 verse 1. It says, And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, and observe and to do all these commandments which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So Yahweh told Moses to tell the children of Israel, if they do and if they hearken to his voice diligently, to his commandments and do them, he will set them above all nations on the earth. Now, today, likewise back then, there are 18 nations on the face of the earth. And the Israelites, Yahweh promised them if they do and observe all his commandments, he's going to put them above all other nations on the earth. Now, today, the Israelites are not in rulership because they disobey Yahweh's commandments. Alright, so today the earth is ruled by the wicked. You know, the Israelites is not above all other nations today. Right? At least they're not above all other nations today. So this is so who does run the who run the earth today? It says Job 9:24. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? So today the earth is run by the wicked. So clearly, you know that the Israelites, they didn't hearken unto the voice of Yahweh to observe and to do all his commandments. Right? Verse 2 says, And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall, blessed shall be thy fruits of thy body, and the fruits of the ground, and the fruits of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kinds, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed, blessed shall be thy basket in thy store. Blessed thou shalt be when thou come in, and blessed thou shalt be when thou come out. The Lord shall cause all thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face, and shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee another way. Verse 8, the Lord shall thy and Yahweh shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouse, and in all that and in all that thou settest thy hands to do. And he shall bless thee in the land where the Lord had given thee. Right? So the land where the Lord had given the children of Israel is the land of Israel. Right? Jerusalem. Now, Israel was a people, then a place. So the land was named after the people. It says, verse 9, and Yahweh shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, and he had sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy power, and walk in his ways. It says, verse 10, it says, and all the people of the earth see that thou art called by my name, by my name for Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee. Right? And the meaning of the word Israel means, the word Israel means son of power. Right? He brings power. Right? So by just being called by the word Israel, these are the nations, now the people on the earth supposed to got great fear for you, sons of the power. It says, and the Lord shall make thee plenteous of goods and fruits, and fruits of the body, and fruits and the fruits of thy cattle, and in the fruits of thy ground, and the land which Yahweh sworn to thy fathers to give thee. Now, presently now, in the land right now, the heathens is in the land right now, because presently now the land of Israel, it don't produce good fruits and good fruits tree. They have to import all these things. So the rightful people is not in the land today. Now, those are some of the blessings in which shall follow the people, the true people of Israel, once they hearken to the voice of Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahushai. Now verse 15 says, But if it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, thy power, to observe and to do all the commandments and the statutes which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. It says, Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shalt thou be, cursed shall be thy basket in thy storehouse. Cursed shall be the fruits of thy body, and the fruits of thy land, and the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep. You know, and we see that today with the so-called Latinos, natives, and Negroes, and the other Israelites that are scattered into all the other nations. But we can get that. We can get it just now. Yes, bear with me a minute. Yeah, verse 23 says, And the heavens, and thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thy feet shall be iron. So the heaven over thy head shall be brass, the heaven over thy head, the heaven of, and the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Right, so brass over your head, representing, the rulers that can rule over you, which is Esau, Edom, and the iron on their feet, representing, you so-called Latinos, natives, and Negroes, going into slavery, traveling from one land to the next to serve your slave master. Verse 24, And the Lord shall, and Yahweh shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust, and the heavens shall it come down upon thee until it destroy thee, And if you know the scriptures, dust represents confusion, right? The next curse, this is verse 30. It says, Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and the example of betroth is like, if an ex-woman is promised to you, or you engaged to a woman, you promise that you're gonna make she your wife, another man gonna lie with she. So when you go for marriage, you get a virgin. back in Israel, back in those, in back in the days, back in those days in Israel, it uh, uh, Israelite man wouldn't marry a woman unless she's a virgin, right? A woman couldn't lie with another man and then, like how they do it now, they lie with 6, 7, 8, 9 man, and then, put on a white dress and going to get married and, being all holy and whatsoever. She would have had to be a virgin, and once she father promised it to the man, no other man couldn't enter into her. Right? It says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein." Look at this, and this is a typical example of today, because you can build a house, you can start a family. You and she get wrong, and the court put you out of the house and left she inside. Right? So thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Verse 36 it says, "And Yahweh shall bring thee and thy kind, which thou shalt set over thee, into a nation which neither thou neither thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods of wood and stones." And we see our people doing this today, serving so-called white Jesus, serving pictures of idols, even bowing down to the cross. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and the byword among all nations, whither Yahweh shall scatter thee. So, proverb and a byword, like byword is like, because your true names are the Hebrew Israelites, right? Proverbs and bywords can be like niggers, Americans, black man, Trinidadians. You calling yourself these things, these names, is a proverb and a byword. Verse 44 it says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." So the Israelites today, they're going to be the ones at the bottom, catching hell, catching the ass. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkened not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Right, so all these things can come upon thee for a sign, upon a wonder, upon thy seed forever. So to the condition that you in right now, you know, thou alone supposed to tell you that you are the chosen people of the Most High, the people of this Bible. It says, because thou serve not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in wanting of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he destroy thee. So the yoke of iron representing slavery, you know. It shall be in slavery until he destroy ye, wanting in all things. Everything that you want, you know, you got to go to somebody for. If you want travel from one country next, you know, you got to go get a passport, you got to go and buy a ticket, you got to tell them when you left in. If you're going to America right now, when you meet, you got to tell them how long you come to stay, when you plan on going home, and all these things, you know. Verse 49, it says, and Yahweh shall bring thee again, and Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, swift as the eagle fly, a nation whom tongue thou shalt not understand. Right? And this nation is talking about the Edomites, right? Because the Edomites now, America is considered the ends of the earth, right? This is Deuteronomy 28:64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. So Israelites are scattered among all people. So you could be looking like a so-called white man, and you're the Israelite, right? And how would you know that you're one of the things you do? One of the ways in which you would know that you're an Israelite, by your faith, you know, and by by your belief in this word, and also by your belief in the name of the Heavenly Father, which the world ignorantly call God, whose name is Yahweh, and his Son, which the world ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahweh Shai. Right? Read it again. It says, and the Lord and and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, right? From one end of the earth even to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even of wood and stone. Yeah, because the Israelites only serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. No other gods, not Jesus, not Baal, not Allah, not Krishna, you know. Continue 65, it says, and among these nations shalt thou find no rest, neither shall neither shall thou, and among these nations thou shalt find no rest, neither shall the soul of thy feet have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, a failing eyes, and a sorrowful mind. Right? And this is how, this is how people is today. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way thereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more. Thou shalt see what no more? Thou shalt see the land of Israel, no more. And they shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy thee. Right? So the Israelites, the word of Yahweh stand that if they disobey, he's going to carry them again to Egypt in ships, right? And this Egypt represented America today, right? Egypt represents America today. So most of the Israelites are scattered in America and in the Caribbean and in every country around the world, but majority is in the Americas, right? And how they got in the Americas and in the Caribbean, they came by ships, right? And these so-called Latino natives and Negroes who came in ships to the Americas and to the Caribbeans and to the uttermost part of the earth, right? Let me just get this. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 9. It says, I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. These people that's in the land today, these the so-called Jewish people that's in our land today, the Amalekites, yeah, the Amalekites that are in the land today, they are not the real Jews, right? Because had they been the real Jews that were serving, that was in the land, the world, that would have been the capital, that would have been the capital of the world, and the earth would have been judged in righteousness, But those are not the real Jews. Right, so Yahweh said, I know them that say that they are Jews and they are not. They are synagogues of Satan, Amalekites. They're in the land today. Right? This is Luke chapter 21. Luke 21 and verse 23. Starting at 23 says, But woe unto them that are with child, and to them which give suck in those days. For there shall be a great distress in the land, and wrath upon the people. So this was Yahushua talking about 70 AD, right? So he said, woe to them that have child and give suck. That was when the Roman army encamped around Israel. Verse 24 says, And they shall flee, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. Right? So even Yahushua prophesy here, linking up back with Deuteronomy 28. It says, and shall be led away captive into all nations. So the Israelites is led away captive, scattered into all nations. It says, and Jerusalem, which is the land, shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. Right? So those people that are there today, they are not the real Jews. The real Jews are your so-called Latino natives of Negroes. And that also there are Jews that are scattered into all these into all other nations. Right? So the Israelites, they are scattered throughout the entire earth in all the nations. Let me just get this on the to so-called Christians that they say that there is no Israelites anymore. How are you going to deal with this precept? This is the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 31. Just bear with me a minute. Just find this precept. You know, God, the Israelites is here today, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 5. It says, "Thus said Yahweh, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea and the waves, therefore rose Yahweh of hosts is his name. If these ordinances depart from before me, thus said Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cast on being a nation before me forever." Read it back again. This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 6. When I read this precept, I remember, a little running I had with some Jehovah's Witness. And, there's come to invite you to the church and thing. So, I actually say, who's the Israelites? Where are the Israelites today? She tell me the Israelites are done away with, She asked me who I know, if I know anybody that is an Israelite. I say, yes. She said, who? I said, Tesha, I'm an Israelite. She's like, you's the Israelite? It's like, yes. She said, from which tribe? I said, from the tribe of Benjamin. She was like, from the tribe of Benjamin? No, you can't be from Benjamin. It's like, why? She's telling me that I'm too tall to be a Benjamite. And I was like, "I too tall to be a Benjamite?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Well, you ever heard about King Saul? King Saul was the tallest man in Israel, you know." And after that, she was like, "Come, come, let me go. This fella mad. He say he's an Israelite, you know." So I read this precept again. This is Jeremiah 31 and verse 6. It says, "If these ordinances depart before from me, thus said Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall be cast from being a nation before me forever." Right? So as long as you see the stars in the sky and the ordinances, you could see them, you know, means that the seed of Israel is still here. Right? And this is the only how you could become an Israelite, through the seed, through your father, right? Wherever your father, wherever if your father is a Israelite, these are come you're gonna be Israelite, you know. Not like the Christians that say be spiritual Israelite. You're Israelite by your father, by your seed. Okay, your father is the person that carries the seed, not your mother. Right? So I hope this video was edifying. Just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. Salutation to you brothers whose portion is sword in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Till the next time. Abad, Babal.